All right, welcome to yet another episode of Wild Bills Podcast. I believe this is episode number 41. Then we might go straight into talking about the Cubs. I guess I could come up with a sponsor for this one today. Today's sponsor is Knowing Your Limits. You probably don't need the last tall boy. So save the money and drink some water. It's probably a better idea anyways. All right, so getting right into it, I have a pretty good feeling about the Chicago Cubs in 2025. Just took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. Had a pretty good series against the Pods also. What can I really say? The Cubs are for real. Took the last 2 games here in LA. I went to the game last night with my good friend Peter. We've both been longtime Chicago Cub fans. Just pulling up the Cubs schedule to see if there's anything that I want to point out. Again, I'm not one to take notes or write anything down. Just talking Chicago Cubs baseball straight off the dome. We witnessed the biggest shutout loss that the LA Dodgers have ever experienced as a franchise. Last time they lost that badly was in the late 1890s against the Pittsburgh Pirates when they were very much still playing in New York. So knowing that the Cubs handed the Dodgers the biggest defeat ever, especially during a game and a year like the one that they're supposed to have. They're supposed to be, the big bad wolf in the MLB defending their title. It makes you feel good about the team that they're sending out on the field every single day. PCA is a beast. Michael Busch is getting hot. Nico Horner has some timely hits. On any given day, whoever is the catcher is going to have a good day at the plate, and they throw out runners. I don't really see a weakness in this team right now, which is crazy to say. I mean, this is easily the best team that we've had since probably 2017, 2018. The game we were at, Carson Kelly hit 2 home runs. That's incredible. To be able to get that sort of production out of the catching position is awesome. And obviously there was the big... I'm trying to look for the right word to describe it. The unfortunate thing that happened with Justin Steele is going to have some left elbow surgery that will knock him out for the rest of the season. That is a big thing to lose. He is just about as solid of a number 2 starter as you can find. And the only reason he's number 2 is because Shota Imanaga pitched his way into the opening day starter, number 1. It wasn't so much Justin lost it, more than Shota just showed that he was number 1. So that's going to be a very tough hole to fill. But I was thinking on the way home from watching the win in game number 3 of the Dodger series, it feels supernatural. Not supernatural, but just completely natural for the Cubs starting rotation to just shift up a spot. Like Shota obviously is staying where he's at. He's number 1. Jameson Taillon's number 2, going from 3 to 2, which I'm cool with. Matthew Boyd is having a great year so far, and I don't see him really slipping or letting go of, or rather moving away from the way that he's pitching. He's going to be great. He's somebody that I feel confident in. He loves being a Chicago Cub. He's got family ties to being a Cub fan. That's always great. He's going to be motivated to go out there and put on his best show, his best pitching every single time that he's on the bump wearing the Chicago Cubs uniform. So that's cool. Ben Brown had a really good outing also that we were able to witness in person. He shut out what people say is the best lineup in baseball. They've not really proven otherwise. The only thing that has been proven is that the Chicago Cubs are for real this season. And I am excited to see it. Obviously bummed out about Justin Steele. I was hoping for a big bounce-back season, and we'll have to wait for 26 for that to happen. Hopefully his recovery goes well. I don't know when it's supposed to go down, when he's going to be under the knife. But hoping that all goes super well. Doubt he would be back in time for the playoffs. This seems to be a pretty intense procedure. So hoping, the recovery will have him ready for spring training next season, which sucks to say. That's so far away. That's a whole 10 months at least away, right? Right? About 10 months? Tough, dude. But I think we're 3 weeks into the season. I am very happy with where the Cubs are. I can't remember the last time I got on here, but I mean, sweeping the Athletics was sick. It was nice to christen that stadium for MLB play with 3 straight wins for the Chicago Cubs. That offense never slowed down. Um, Let me look through. I'm looking through all this stuff right here. That series against the Padres is pretty good. That's another team that's playing really well. It was super frustrating to see the game where they lost 8-7. Especially, it's crazy first inning for the Cubs, giving up 3 runs and then immediately getting it back. Having it be 7-3 in the second inning, being up that much after a Kyle Tucker home run, and then not scoring the rest of the game and letting the bullpen do what the bullpen does best, and that's give up a big lead if you give them enough time. That sucked. It was a slow, torturous one as opposed to what the Diamondbacks did to us in the first series. That was at least quick and painless in 1/2 inning, 1 inning meltdown. Watching a slow motion meltdown of the bullpen was torturous because I sat and watched the entire thing. But whatever. I'd rather get that stuff sorted out in the beginning of the season and not really have to worry about it moving forward, or at least give the team a chance to work around it, figure out who they trust. I think right now we can trust Porter Hodge, Julian Merriweather, and if Ryan Presley is able to continue doing what he did tonight, shutting out the Dodgers 1-2-3, retiring Shohei as an exclamation point on the night for the final out, I'm feeling pretty good about things. And if that's the case, I think Craig Counsell will have a lot of wiggle room to experiment with who to pitch at once in what situation. That just spells out good things for the Chicago Cubs, and we got a good farm system. We had Gage Workman come in and get his first MLB hit the other night. Yesterday, it's the Saturday game, the big 16-0 win. That was cool. Yeah, things are looking good for the Cubs. Got a pretty tough series coming up against San Diego. They're just taking the bus down to 5 over to Petco. The Padres are undefeated so far this season, and I don't think they're going to go 81-0 playing in San Diego. So I'm hoping that the Cubs again take at least 2 out of 3. And I'm saying that and not feeling weird about saying that, which at this point of the season, I'm very happy that I'm able to confidently say that I think the Chicago Cubs can win this series against a very good team. So I'm in good spirits about it. I'm all out of sorts right now. I had maybe a little too much fun at the game last night. It's been a weird day. I spent a lot of the time sitting on the couch, doing my taxes, and watching the Masters. I've never sat through and experienced a live playoff like what we saw with Rory McIlroy and Justin Rose, so that was super cool to see. I was almost completely convinced that Rory was going to choke it away, especially when he missed that putt to win it in regulation on the 18th green. But he earned it. He was able to recover off bad shots throughout the round that I watched today when he was paired up with Bryson DeChambeau. And he hit a really good shot to get him within, 2 or 3 feet from the pin in the playoff. And Justin Rose made a pretty good comeback, just not enough to take it home. And Rory McIlroy, I think this is his first Masters win. I've never talked golf on this pod, so this is fun. It was cool. His career Grand Slam, and not too many golfers have achieved that. So that's cool to see in real time. I know in the golfing universe that's a highly esteemed and super renowned accomplishment, not just winning the Masters, but getting that Grand Slam, winning all the major tournaments. So that is awesome. It's a piece of history for sure. And I will be paying a lot more attention to the tournaments going forward. I don't really understand the whole, what a season is or whatever. I just know they win a lot of money every time they place super high. I know there's a cut after the first 2 days. And that's about it. I have a pretty weak golf game myself. I don't go out there as often as I should. But maybe that'll have to change because I'm at that age where I no longer play competitive, high-paced, high-frequency sports. No, baseball is never good at basketball. This is the way. Golf is how I stay young. I'm sure there's a lot of dudes out there that can relate to this. If you got any tips on how to get my driver straight, let me know. Because as soon as I figure that out, it's over for everyone else. Other news, the Bulls are in the play-in game. They're playing against the Miami Heat. They're able to play that at the United Center. And I think they're in the position where even if they lose, they aren't eliminated. I don't know how the play-in game works. The play-in is just dumb. It's a dumb concept. And I know I'm just regurgitating a lot of opinions that people have had about it. It's just another excuse for, lazy owners like Jerry Reinsdorf to say, "Oh, look, we're close. We don't have to put any thought into building a team or tanking harder to get a better player, whatever it may be." It's an unfortunate situation that Chicago Bull fans like myself are stuck in. It's an endless loop. There seems to be absolutely no way out of it. And I just don't care about basketball that much anymore. The Bulls suck. But I will root for them to win against the Miami Heat this Wednesday. So, might keep an eye on it. I was thinking about going to the Padres game, but I'm getting tied up with work, so I won't be able to do it. I won't be able to make the 2.5, 3-hour drive down to San Diego to make it on time for that game. So, whatever. They'll be back. They're playing the Angels in August, so I'll be looking forward to purchasing tickets to that. It'll be a nice time. Be back in the Big A, across the freeway from Disney. Watch the fireworks explode at night, if it's a night game. And if it's not, we'll just imagine them. That's really all I got. Caleb Williams went to Coachella. That is my Chicago Bears thought of the week. And for the next few weeks, I'll be thinking about it. Hopefully he's driving back safe now because it's maybe not over yet, but he'll be on his way. Don't let anything bad happen, Caleb. We need you. So I think that will just about do it. I'll wrap it up. The Cubs are good. And we'll see how they're able to circumvent not having a really good pitcher on the rotation. I know one thing for sure is that Jed Hoyer's hands are tied because the team is just trying to break even financially. So we're not going to be able to go out and get whoever we want as a big market team with unlimited resources and people always flooding into Wrigley and paying money to do whatever it is that they want to do, and the Cubs taking a big piece out of that pie whenever it comes up, and that is every single day. But that money's not for us. It's not for the players. It's not for the team. It's for Tom Ricketts to break even every single year. So that's cool. Hopefully whoever gets thrown out there is able to perform. I'm sure they will. It's a good environment for them to be in because at least the players care. And that's all I got. So, again, thank you for anybody that tunes in. I hope you enjoy my thoughts on the Chicago Cubs. Hopefully it's all coherent and you're able to maybe learn a little something. And maybe we can, we become friends over this time. And for your friendship, I appreciate it. We'll be back after this upcoming series against the Padres. And who do they play afterwards? They also played the Rangers. That was pretty good. Rangers are a good team. We won the series against them. Playing the Diamondbacks again. And it looks like the Dodgers are going into Wrigley later on this month also. So that's cool. Hoping the weather heats up and we'll see the green ivy pretty soon. So until next time, thanks for tuning in. This has been Wild Bill. And for now, it's over.